What's up, everybody? This is Anthony with Radial Concepts, and today I'm going to be going over my new drill. So stand by. All alphas. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, guys, perfect. So before I get started in regards to this drill, I just want to say I don't know what I don't know. And what I mean by that is if there's anybody out there, any other instructor who's done this drill before and they named it and they owned it, by all means, I'm not trying to step on anybody's toes, steal anybody's thunder, or plagiarize anybody's training. So it's just something that I just thought of when I've been training. And like I said, I haven't seen it with any other instructor that I've been to their training. But if anybody out there has this drill, by all means, I'm not here to take any credit. But if there isn't anybody, I would like to name it the pyramid drill. The reason why I want to call it the pyramid drill is if you guys work out, you know, you do 1 push-up and then 2 push-ups and go up to 5 push-ups and back down to 1. Well, this is very similar, but it's just applied to shooting. So the way the drill works is you're going to start out, let's go downrange, okay? You're going to clear your weapon, right? Still your firearm. Check clear, safe, all right, good to go. And it's going to be it's a total of 20 rounds, okay, so 2 10-round mags, and you're going to do, the way you shoot this drill is you're either out of 5 to 10 yards. I don't want to be shooting too close because it kind of defeats the purpose of having to be, you know, super accurate and diligent when it comes to the fundamentals. So it's at from 5 to 10 yards you want to do this. It is a warm-up drill. It is a diagnosing drill. It is not a performance standard drill. I see a lot of guys out there, and I think performance standard drills are amazing. They push you to a new limit to get better. But a lot of times I see guys, and I've, you know, in person too, they're just doing nothing but these performance standard drills, but they're not doing anything in between them to get better. They're not correcting their deficiencies. So they're just going after it over and over and over again. And that's good for the, you know, performance standard drill, but you got to build your way up to certain standards, right? So that's what I believe this drill is going to help a lot of shooters out. It helped me out, helped some of the other shooters I've used on it. And I like it. So the way it works is you're going to start out with just 5 presentations, right? So dry fire, once again, clear. So I'm just going to do a series of dry fire presentations, the full-on presentation. We're working on drawing from the holster with good speed, right? We're working on establishing your master grip sooner, okay? We're also working on prepping the trigger. And most importantly, what this drill really is designed for, and the way that it's done in succession is that you want to focus on what the front sight looks like, right? What it looks like to acquire the front sight every time out of the holster. So it's 5 or more, however you want to modify it, it's up to you. But get at least 5 reps in. And what I'm doing right now is I'm just working on my holster draws, right? Working on my presentations, taking the slack out of the trigger, and I'm picking up that front sight. I'm shifting focus too. I'm doing focal shift from the target to my front sight. This drill is really cool because it works everything. It works your draw stroke. It works your presentation. It works establishing master grip. It works the trigger press, trigger prep, excuse me. It works focal shift. It works front sight alignment. And the way it works is you're going to do 5 dry fired presentations. Then we're going to go hot, load a magazine in, obviously press check, holster up. You're going to do 1 round 3 times from the holster. So draw, shoot 1 round, holster up, draw, 1 round. You're going to do that 3 times. What this is doing is obviously getting you a little bit of trigger control. Now you're going to see exactly what your dry fire did for you. And then after the 3 rounds, you're going to go to 2 controlled pairs. So you're going to draw from the holster, boom, boom. Holster up, draw from the holster, boom, boom. 2 controlled pairs. Once again, this is working your follow through, right? Picking up your front sights, recoil management. So learning how to just continually seek the focus of the front sight, even though you're shooting 2 rounds. So it's just controlled pairs. Then the final iteration of shooting is 1 time 3 rounds from the holster, boom, boom, boom. This helps with just putting the input back to get your sights on your target. It helps with the trigger control, right? Trigger cadence, reset as well, trigger reset, learning how to reset in flight so you can get better. The whole goal of this drill is that from the first time you dry fire to when you come back down to dry fire, your efficiency just in 20 rounds improves. You got to be focused, so you can't just be shooting and not paying attention to what you're doing. You really want to focus on everything that you're doing. So I'll walk through what I'm doing, right? Got my hand on my support hand, nice and based, drawn from the holster, coming up, marrying up my support hand with my strong hand, established my master grip here, relax the shoulders, see that? Fixing the things that you see as well. As I'm pushing out, taking the slack out of the trigger, for all you guys who do know and don't know, it's just taking a little bit of excess movement in the trigger until you get to the wall, right? So that is the wall. If you can hear this, all right, let's watch this, how far I have to come back out. I'm at the wall again, okay? So, support hand, coming out of the holster, relax your shoulders, establishing my master grip, taking the slack out of the trigger, picking up my front sight, everything's aligned, boom. Now when you press that last final trigger, one thing that's gonna help you with your trigger control is just focusing on your front sight alignment or your red dot, whatever you're shooting, and see if there's a lot of movement. If there's a lot of movement or excess movement, cut that out, right? This is your chance to go from dry fire to live fire to 3 rounds, and then 3 rounds, back to 2 rounds, back to 1 round. Pyramids, it's 20 rounds. After the last iteration of shooting too, you should be at a slide lock reload. So that's another thing too, you're getting a little rep in with the combat or speed reload. So I like this drill because it's only 20 rounds, a low round count drill. It works on a lot of things you can really focus on. And for me, I feel like it really helps me for a good warm up, good way to diagnose where I need to cut off some excess movement or how I can be better with, how I could do things sooner, right? So let's talk about speed real quickly. Speed is a series of processes that you do faster. So it's not always what you do the quickest. I like to use the term like other people have used, is doing it sooner, right? So for instance, if I'm over here and I establish my master grip over here, it's really not going to be that much control, but I'm also doing it later. I'm also doing it later on in the process of shooting. Why not just do it as soon as you can? Boom, right? Why not prep the trigger as soon as you can? Prep, right? Why not pick the front sights up? Sights, right? Instead of being out here then finding the sights. So to get faster, to get more efficient, yeah, you always want to push yourself. Like everybody can do this pretty fast, right? Fast, boom. But you just want to do things sooner. So that's kind of like how I like to define speed, is with the sooner we get a chance to do things in the process of shooting, when we're at our full presentation, we've already cut out all that excess time, so that all we got to do is just finish the rest of the trigger squeeze. And then at that point, it's just managing the recoil, putting your sights back on target if you come off sights, or come off your sight picture, and just managing that recoil and your, your trigger control, your finger. Sorry. So let's go ahead and do it. I'm going to demo it first. It's kind of a long video, but I want to make sure I, 1, explain it, and then 2, demo it. So let's go downrange. We got a clean IPSC target. I'm going to back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so 8 yards away. So I'm going to start this drill. So remember, we want to start clear. So I'm going to take the full mag and just stow it somewhere. I got pockets in my sweater. I do not. Sock carry. All right. So let's get my dry reps in. And confirm one more time that we're clear, which we are. Now what I'm also doing is I'm focusing on my target, where I want my rounds to go. And when I draw from the holster, the idea is to have the front sights land exactly where I'm looking at on my target. Get dry reps in. And the goal is to do things sooner. I don't know if you saw, but from the first dry fire to the last one I just did a little bit faster, right? Last one. Okay, good. So now we're gonna go and go live. However you want to do your admin reload is up to you. I always find it cool to just go ahead and insert the magazine, check it, draw, get a presentation in, rack it, press check. Press check is confirmed. Alright, we're gonna go live. You could do this on time or not, it's up to you. Once again, this drill is not for beginners. You can use it for all levels of skill level. If you want to add a timer to each draw, that's up to you. That way you can engage at least some time and some data on where you're at with your shooting. Most importantly though, it's just making sure you're working all the fundamentals in this process of shooting to become more accurate and fast and do things sooner and just become more efficient, right? So let's get at it. I will use the timer just as my signaling. Alright, that first round, 1.48. Not the best, but once again, it's why we're practicing. So I'm going to be very transparent. It's been a minute since I've shot, but I am not disappointed in my hits because I know that my sight picture was lined where it was at. So not the best, guys. I'm not here to, you know, show my skills off. I'm here to learn and develop myself. So not bad. I mean, what I like about this is I was aware of my sight picture the whole time. Let's see if you can see those shots. There you go. But most importantly is that my shots were not low, they were just to the right or left. Now I just fixed my rear sights on my Glocks, so another thing to test out is making sure your gear is good to go. So let's do a couple more rounds. Now I'm gonna move on to the next thing, which is 2 rounds. 2 rounds from the holster, 2 times. Shoot, stand by. 1.51, first round went off at 1.2. Not bad shots on the A zone. Again. There you go, 2 more A zone hits. First round went off at 1.13. Total was 1.43. Now, I'm gonna do 3 rounds. After this 3rd round, or after this shooting of 3 rounds, I should have to do a combat reload. All right, shoot, stand by, 3 rounds. Okay, got a little bit of trigger freeze there, but that's why we're out here, right? Practice. So, all A zone hits. Am I happy with this? I mean, entirely, but at the end of the day, I'm here practicing. It's been a minute since I've been shooting. So here are my results. I don't know if you can see that. Let's go down here. Oop. So not the best shooting, but once again, I'm here practicing to acquire my front sight and do everything properly. Okay, so 8 yards. All A zone hits. Now we're gonna go back. I'm gonna start out with 3 rounds, go back down to 2, go back down to 1, and then do a little bit of dry fire. What I feel like I'm already working on, just for my own individual awareness and to see how we could use this as an example of diagnosing yourself, is my holster draw. I could definitely speed that up. Picking up my sight picture, I'm picking it up, but I gotta do better when I'm shooting multiple rounds to make sure my sight picture doesn't jump all over the place. How can I control that? My grip. Having a nice sturdy grip. So I'm gonna work on that right now too. So the 2 things I'm gonna work on are holster draw to presentation and having a nice steady grip. So next round, we're going back down now. And by the way, you don't have to start at 3. You can go to 4, you can go to 5, whatever you wanna do. It's just gonna add to the round count. I did this because it marries up perfectly with 2 10-round mags, so it just makes sense. But by all means, do whatever you think is going to be helpful to you. 3 rounds is not bad for me. I'm going to go back down to 3, 2, 1. So let's get it done. All right, shooter stand by on the buzzer. Okay, 3 rounds, and that was much better. You can tell by my groupings, much better. So 3 rounds, 1.56. First round went off at 1.11, 1.32, splits, 2-1, 2-4, not bad. So now I'm gonna go do 2 rounds. Nice. 1.17, split time 0.25, not my fastest shooting. Total time of 1.42, 2 more rounds. Not bad, same thing, almost exactly the same thing, 0.18, split times 0.23, total 1.41. Now I'm gonna do 1 round, okay, 1 round. Okay, nice. 1.14. Next one. 3 times. Slow down on that one. Why did I slow down on that one? My shot time was 1.29. Because when I drew from the holster, being accountable, my sight picture was not there. So I had to make a little micro adjustment. If you can watch the video, you might be able to see that micro adjustment, just so I could bring my sights back on focus. So that's what you want to work on. You can't lie to yourself. You can't just be lazy. Do the work to make sure your efficiency, your performance is on demand, but it's consistent. Ready? Shooter stand by. Last one, last round. So, on that last draw, I don't know if you guys saw, but I did not have a good grip at all. I was shooting kind of half on the pistol grip, but I'm aware of it. So you can't fix what you don't know. So overall, I think not bad for not having being shot in a while. Also, I haven't done a lot of work for my exposed carry rig. Most of the things I've been training on has been CCW because that's how I carry at work. Let's turn this thing off already. But let's go ahead and take a look at my shots and let me know what you guys think of this drill. Come on. All right, let's take care of this thing real quick. All right, so here are my hits. Can you see them? I can't see the screen. So all A zones, and just so you get a reference of how far I was shooting from, about right there is where I was shooting from. It's not a bad distance. Once again, it's just a diagnosing warm-up drill. I feel pretty warmed up now. Not bad. My timings weren't that great. Whatever. Actually, they weren't that bad considering, like I said, all the things that I'm, dealing with. Not shooting from the holster for quite a while. Actually, it's been at least 3 months. But that's the whole purpose of the drill, is narrowing your shots and trying to get efficient. So hope you like it. It's called the pyramid drill. I'll do more training on this, more videos. Thank you for watching. This is probably going to be an ongoing thing for me because I'm very passionate about teaching people. I'm very passionate about learning from other people. I just haven't had a chance to do it because I'm, the money thing, right? Got a newborn on the way. So, but I'm going to get out there. No excuses. Make it happen and take it seriously, guys. Especially if you're carrying a firearm for duty or self-defense. Do not think you're good to go because you did one course. Got to keep getting after it. So my motto, let's train to be consistent and effective. Radial Concepts, guys, get after it.